Ah, yes, Joy Behar completely owns herself by talking about Biden's being too old. They hypothetically see who could take his place. And that's after they comment on Mitch McConnell. But first, thank you guys for subscribing. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let's get to The View as they bleed out talking about politics.
Evidence, rather, that the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell had a seizure, a stroke, or signs of Parkinson's disease.
They're speculating on what happened to Mitch McConnell. Here's a picture of him. We're not going to show his actual seizure, stroke, whatever it is. They're denying it. But if you look at him in this picture, it's clear that he has all three at once.
Well, something happened. We don't know what it is. His physician says it could have been a recovery from a concussion. He fell, apparently, or it could be dehydration.
That's all a cover-up. We don't know exactly what happened to him. But we know that dehydration doesn't look like that at all. Rand Paul's going to comment on that coming up.
The Republicans have responded, and there's a tape of them talking about it.
I heard him on the floor just a little while ago. Sounds good to me, so.
I love that Lindsey Graham going, whatever you saw Mitch McConnell just freeze up and go catatonic, and he goes, sounds good to me. Okay, Lindsey Graham.
I think it's an inadequate explanation to say this is dehydration. I've practiced medicine for 25 years and it doesn't look like dehydration to me. It looks like a focal neurologic event. That doesn't mean it's incapacitating, doesn't mean he can't serve, but it means that somebody ought to wake up and say, wow, this looks like a seizure.
Rand Paul, the only one to tell the truth. And he's sandwiched between two liars. So we saw Lindsey Graham and now Mitt Romney.
You may expect that Mitch McConnell will check out for 20 seconds a day, but the other 86,380 seconds in the day, he does a pretty darn good job. So I'm firmly behind his remaining as our leader.
Thank you, greasy Mitt Romney, for giving us the smarmy, self-righteous, out-of-touch comment. And speaking of smarmy, self-righteous, and out of touch, here's the blonde chick on The View.
Powerful country on the globe. Like, you cannot have people go in, and it's not specific to age. These things...
They should give a stupidity test.
Well,
Joey Behar, trust me, the hosts of The View do not want a stupidity test. Not only do politicians not want it, but your show would be empty. I think your makeup crew would have higher intelligence than any of you.
that would be part of the competence, but I think...
We'd be left with like 3 senators.
You'd be replaced with the pool boy.
I think it's important to realize that people battle things at different ages, and we're also living through the wellness era.
Sort of how this lady battles with a complete lack of personality and ability to entertain.
True, I don't mean to interrupt you, but isn't it true that Fox and all those right-wing stations keep showing pictures of him tripping, or the way people...
Now, Joey is implying that Biden only looks bad because Fox, in its infinite amount of power, is only showing Biden tripping. By the way, the reason why they're only showing Biden tripping out in public is because they have a lid on him so often, and he takes so many vacations where you can't get to know him, and they will not allow the press to interview him one-on-one without his nanny handlers and Jill Biden running blocking for him. So they can't blame Fox for having cherry-picked images of him looking feeble. He looks feeble, and behind the scenes, who knows how he looks or what tubes and liquids they're running through his body.
I've never understood why people focus so much on Joe Biden's age. He is in very good physical shape. He exercises regularly. He actually eats a vegetable or two on a daily basis.
He is a vegetable or two on a daily basis.
We saw the Obama before and after pictures.
Wait, Michelle Obama before and after pictures? What is she talking about?
And by the way, if you are going to run as the oldest president, you need to have a vice president who's seen as the most ready vice president to assume office on day one.
Kamala's ready.
Something happened.
But
this gal is advocating for Kamala. First of all, it is true that Kamala has to stay at the ready because Biden could go any second.
I keep saying this. I am the same age as Joe Biden.
yes.
Oh, cell phone. So if she's the same age as Joe Biden, and she's saying that Biden should be looked at to see if he should be replaced, then Joy is saying that, I mean, that's a shocking revelation. First of all, look, everything aside, Biden looks like a corpse dug out of the ground and walking around. Joy Behar does not look that bad. She looks great. If she's the same age, she can have a conversation. She can think. She can make eye contact. She's on camera. That it shows you how far Biden's decline is.
They always have
Okay,
to-
I don't think
It's not going to happen.
But I would hope that the Democratic Party would rally around the Vice President, Kamala Harris,
Yeah.
the way they rallied around Joe Biden.
There's another one for Kamala Harris. Are you crazy? Are you absolutely crazy?
But if not, I think Gavin Newsom.
Oh, okay. White guy, Gavin Newsom, the snake king, the lizard king, the reptilian one, Gavin Newsom. I told you guys a long time. I told you guys the order of events. They would try to do Kamala Harris, but they'd realize she's too dumb and they would go straight to Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is the guy who I think is the odds-on favorite to run in Biden's place.
He's
California
responsible for one of the largest economies in our country, if not the
Yeah, but
largest
California's
economy.
in trouble all the time with a lot of homeless and a lot of problems.
But they have a
there.
lot of good programs when it comes to climate change. They have great.
Yes.
They have great programs in terms of job opportunity. They're doing. They have great programs in terms of housing. They're addressing
Right.
that issue.
You know, I don't think you'd lead
I'm
the
a Gavin.
country.
They have dirty needles everywhere and human feces. Like, where has she been? I've been to California. I love California. Don't get me wrong. His reign has largely been marked by his disasters that came under his watch. So all of its greatness came from earlier days than him.
The same way you'd lead California, because you're
Yeah.
trying to answer to an electorate. I still think Pete Buttigieg is really great.
Pete, why? Where are you coming from? She is so out of touch with the American people.
Whenever I've seen him speak,
Would the country put a gay president in the office?
Well, I mean, we've already had one, if you know what.
That is the
concern.
question.
I don't care. He's the best one. He's really great.
But just
I know it's
realistically.
a homophobic country.
She says Pete Buttigieg is really great, and the only reason why I'd oppose him is because we're a homophobic country. That is so ridiculous and so disgusting. How does The View have an audience that just gets harped at by these? This is mean.
They're very homophobic.
Very mean.
But what about a woman?
Again, we've already had Barack Obama.
Gretchen Whitmer of, what is she?
Michigan.
She's
A
good.
woman.
I have heard Gretchen Whitmer's name bandied about. So it could be Gavin Newsom, it could be Gavin Gretchen, it could be Gavin and Gretchen going up against Kamala.
So remember that without the black vote, no Democratic president has ever won a general election. So you need the black vote.
That's right. And the black vote? They're not going to go for Gavin Newsom, the albino. They're going to go for Trump, who has a mugshot out. There's videos of black voters loving on Trump.
And who is going?
Well, that's
who
a
are they
good
going
question.
to vote for? They would vote for Vice President Harris,
Black women may go for Harris, but black men will not.
and I think they would vote for Gavin Newsom.
You're high. That is not going to happen. There may be votes for Gavin Newsom. It is not coming from the black community. Because that guy, everyone knows, is poison, especially minorities in California. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for subscribing. It's been a great day spending it with you, bringing you the news. I'm Doug in Exile.